Good afternoon, CC families. Going to go over what we did for cycle 3, week 17, new grammar. We did the area of a square, and we chanted the area of a square equals length of its side squared s squared. And I had them color in a square. This is just a worksheet I made. Don't be impressed. So the area of a square equals length of the side squared, s squared. English, we did sentence parts. This new grammar is so important to memorize right now at this age. It just sets them up for success in essentials when they get there and they really start to use all these pieces of grammar memory work as we begin to diagram and work on our charts. So if you can get them to memorize these essential pieces in English, even though they seem maybe silly or like you don't see the purpose for it, it all comes together in essentials. So I made a puzzle. See my little puzzle pieces out of our saying, which is the sentence part, a subject. A subject is the part of the sentence about which something is being said. And I cut it out and had them put it together. It was a little bit more complicated of a cutout. I apologize. I'll make it simpler in the future. And we just chanted it, that the subject was the part of the sentence about which something is being said. For the 19th Amendment, history, our history sentence is Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony led the women's suffrage movement in the United States, resulting in the 19th Amendment in 1920 that granted women the right to vote. I played the app song and we erased words, and then at the very end, after everybody had a couple turns to erase, we tried to remember what it was by filling in the blanks, which proved to be quite difficult. We didn't really do emotions for this, but you definitely can. Another really fun thing to do is think about Mary Poppins and the Votes for Women song with Mrs. Banks, and you can dress up and march around your room singing this song. So that's another fun thing, but probably for a little bit younger than what my age group is. We went to Latin next, John 1:4, in ipso vita erat et vita erat lux hominum, which translates to, in him was life, all hands up, and the life, again, was the light, you like flick your chin, light of, and then you can do this, men, this means man, if you want to. So the Latin of that is in ipsu vita erat et vita erat lux hominum. Those are the hand motions. Timeline. We did where I pass out the timeline cards again and we find them, which is Napoleon, crowned Emperor of France. It's in hand. Napoleon, crowned Emperor. This is your sash for an emperor from your shoulder to your hip. Emperor of France. This is your F hand. Liberation of South America. You were once in bondage. Liberation of South America. The War of 1812. War of 1812 is where the song comes from. Bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. So, War of 1812, we do the bombs bursting in air. So, War of 1812, the Missouri Compromise. So, we're just showing that we had an idea. We brought it together. The Missouri Compromise. Immigrants flock to America. This is our immigrants. We're all coming together. We're coming to America. We are the melting pot. We're circling around to show that we're melting. Immigrants flock to America. The Monroe Doctrine. And I looked it up. Monroe Doctrine is going from here, Monroe, to expanding. So the Monroe Doctrine, this is the manifest destiny idea, I think. Don't quote me on that. We'll look it up. So anyway, start here. The Monroe Doctrine. And you spread out. So immigrants flock to America. Romantic period of the arts. Romantic period, we're going to take our hands like, think of the little theater masks where we have a happy face. I have a sad face. Happy face. So romantic period of the arts. And you do that with your hand and your face. Moving to our rivers. this map has been marked on. So our first one is way up here. This is our St. Lawrence River. It starts up here. I always said find Maine and go down. Okay, so that's our St. Lawrence River. Ohio River covers quite a few states. So if you start here at your Mississippi River, remember your Ohio River is underneath Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. It comes all the way up here into the mountains in Pennsylvania. So this is your Ohio, your St. Lawrence. Go up here, your Mississippi River starts up here in Minnesota, comes all the way down to Louisiana. Your Missouri River starts in Missouri and goes all the way up into Wyoming. And our Arkansas River starts in Arkansas and goes all the way into Colorado. So those are our east rivers. Next week we will do west rivers. And we just traced them and erased them and talked about them. For our elements, we continued with our song by none other than Taylor Swift about what are the second 4 elements in the periodic table by number, element, symbol, and mass. And I will sing it for you now. What are the second 4 elements in the periodic table by element, symbol, and mass? That might not be right. 5 boron, B11, C carbon, Ce12, 7 nitrogen, N14, 8 oxygen, O16. So you're welcome. Next, we went to art, or actually we went to art first, but nonetheless, this is who we did today. We did Andrew Wyeth. I have this book here. And then for our project, we did perspective. And we painted a scene, and then we added a window on top of it because Andrew Wyeth typically painted landscapes with looking through a window. So we did that for art. For our science project, we looked at testing starches, and we talked a little bit about a carbohydrate. I showed him some fun things with molecules in it about how we have simple and complex. We have monosaccharides and we have disaccharides, and that these are our starches, and this is what we were looking for when we dropped iodine onto our different foods. And we found that if it is a plant-based, usually it had carbohydrates. However, if it was protein-based, it did not turn colors. And that is what we did for our science project out of Van Cleve's Testing for Starch, number 99. Don't forget to keep drawing maps. Send me your numbers. We're already at 200. Our class was at 15 this week, so keep working on those. Remember, you get another eraser or a surprise when you get to 50. All right, you guys have a good week. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.